book, or are you on a different book now?
No, I'm still reading his book. I'm about, where am I in it? We'll see where I am here.
Okay.
I'm about halfway almost, not quite halfway.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
All right. Are you on a different book now? There we go. All running wild on Zoom and YouTube, and here we go.
Okay, I guess I will just clear this. Hide these, and then I think you can see my screen, so I'm going to play the song. Here we go.
Wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be.
Just start that again.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, it's gonna be a good day. Wake up, it's gonna be a good day. Wake up. 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 It's gonna be a good day. Life ain't easy, y'all. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, y'all. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, y'all. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, y'all. Negative thoughts are poison and rot. Head full of flies, so you can survive. I'll never stop unless I can spot all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken. I got patience, one day at a time. That's how you operate a cadence. So flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit because it's temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like the narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, really gonna rise to the sun.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's Wake Up, and Wake Up has different meanings for me now. So I really enjoy that song, and I hope you did too. A little bit of rap. Never thought I'd be into the rapping. I will put the link in the chat, Elizabeth, to the song, and I'm sure we could find the lyrics too. I'll play it another time with lyrics. But yeah, I just love the idea. Wake up, like you wake up in the morning, you know, step one, got to get some food in you. Just take care of those initial things. F everybody, you're gonna do what you're gonna do because that's the way it's been for me. I'm just gonna be doing what I'm doing, and now I have a purpose that means more to me. My birds are sure loud. I hope you can hear me, but they're in another room. I could move downstairs if it's being picked up here, but I think it should be okay. Maybe they're getting quiet now. So yeah, I'm gonna jump right in to the book because I didn't get much reading done last week, but that's okay. We're on chapter 9, the miracle of disillusionment. And it starts out with a Zen saying, great doubt results in great enlightenment. Small doubt results in small enlightenment. No doubt results in no enlightenment. A Zen saying. So it's with our doubts and questioning that we really glean this enlightenment, because for me, it's been all about contrast learning. And the evidence of this contrast has really jump-started my waking up, really. The outside world, as constructed by the ego, is one gigantic multiple personality disorder. Isn't that the truth? Therefore, disillusionment, or giving up on the world, is an imperative prelude to mystical awareness. American author Dan Millman, in his book, Way of the Peaceful Warrior, says that disillusionment is the best thing that can happen to someone because it reveals what does not have real meaning. It comes down to the realization that love is the only thing that is truly valuable, and that all the rest is merely dust in the wind. Many of the mystics who seem the most authentic come to truth as the result of falling apart, hitting bottom, or losing everything. Now, I know that in my journey, I imagine that what was happening to me was like the worst thing ever, but in hindsight, really nothing did happen to me. It was all in my mind. And it's funny because I'm like, wow, it's not funny, but I can't believe how, well, I can believe it, but I just can't believe how sucked into it I was. Sucked into this drama of what was going on, a show in my mind, like different shows, but still within this mind. And I don't think I could have done it the way if I would have had to lose everything or hit rock bottom. I think that would have debilitated me. Now, why I think of that is recently, I know it was on the national news, there was a 11-year-old boy who came visiting his dad here from another province over. And at this home, there were 2 dogs, and these 2 dogs mauled and killed this little boy. This was on April 1st, no frickin' joke. And I thought about this because I know Christopher, when we grew up, I was separated from his dad. We weren't married, but we just were young and we didn't make it, but we're good now. But at the time, I thought he was like the worst because he wouldn't listen to what I was asking to do. He would just do the opposite of what I would say. Like, would say, don't take Chris to that movie because we're going to read the book first, and I want him to be motivated to read the book. What would he do? He'd bring him to the movie. Like, who cares really, ultimately? But I would be so infuriated by this. Well, I just thought, oh my God, could I imagine? No, I couldn't. I couldn't imagine having Christopher go be with his dad to visit for an Easter, and his dad having dogs that were known to be aggressive. These dogs have, there's claims out on them. They shouldn't even be, they're aggressive dogs. And if Christopher went and never came back, I don't think that would be helpful for me. I don't think I would have been able to. I mean, I can say that now because I'm not in the experience, but I truly believe that a complete rock bottom or something really awful like that wouldn't have been beneficiary to me, just knowing the way this brain was. But the way it all unfolded, I'm very happy with, because I can see how it really was all in my mind, because it wasn't this debilitating. I hit rock bottom. I thought I did. There were lots of places where I thought I did, but what I saw was people around me who loved me. So I'm just grateful for my experiences, because boy, oh boy, I couldn't imagine having one like that. So yeah, being caught in our stories in the world, we can't see that it's not real until we question the patterns handed to us through societal standards, religion, politics, the media, our families, and ourselves. And that was another thing that that was another thing too, is that it was like almost assumed I should be fighting with Chris's dad, and anything we agreed on, like the monthly money. I had family telling me that's not enough, go for more, get the max. But you know what? I didn't listen to all that, because I felt like I was happy with it. Chris's dad was happy with it, and we worked it out together. We didn't need these outside people, because he was always there. He would give if I needed something for this or that. And I mean, if I would have asked for more, I didn't see the value in that. I really wanted to work with Chris's dad and not be that type of person. So I'm glad that I listened to that even through it all, because I don't think we would have as good of a relationship if I had gone the route of fighting. That does nobody any good. But I mean, I see how society, that's the way they want it to be, and it is for a lot of people. A lot of people can't co-parent. There is no point in lamenting the world, the Course tells us. There is no point in trying to change the world. It is incapable of change because it is merely an effect, which is awesome, because isn't that just what Ken was talking about in the recording? So awesome. Oh, I think maybe that was what Elizabeth was talking about, was the recording of Ken Wapnick. Maybe, not the song. It is incapable of change because it is merely an effect, but there is indeed a point in changing your thoughts about the world. Here, you are changing the cause. The effect will change automatically. And that's the workbook part 1. 18th century French philosopher Denis Diderot similarly claimed that skepticism was the first step on the road to philosophy. 17th century French mathematician and philosopher René Descartes concurred. If you would be a real seeker after truth, it is necessary that at least once in your life you doubt, as far as possible, all things. Why are we living in these bodies, in this world, at this time? That was how I was. I was just asked why? What is life? I would say to my dad, what is life? Oh God, he didn't have an answer. I just got more annoying. Sorry, I lost my place again. Why are we living in these bodies in this world at this time? Is there some purpose to all of this? Or is it all a mismatch of mindless accidents? I just realized what I did. I put 2 birds in Two birds are in the room, but I'm gonna see. Just one moment. Sorry, guys. I just had to blow my nose so I could breathe better. Two birds are in the room, but I guess I forgot one. The budgie's out here. That's why I can hear them loudly. Whoops. Anyway, let's just keep going here. Every mystical tradition I know sees this world as a school, a place where we learn to forgive ourselves for what we think of as our sins. Our bodies, time, words, and the world we inhabit are thus all just learning devices. Life is, of course, filled with meaning. We did not come here without a purpose. Indeed, living out that purpose leads us to our greatest happiness. The first step, like the song, step one, I can't even sing it. The first step for every generation is the questioning of the nature of reality as handed down through the ages. Mark Twain rightly advised us not to take ourselves or the society of which we are a part too seriously. American author H.L. Mencken, known as the Sage of Baltimore, said, "Men become civilized not in proportion to their willingness to believe, but in proportion to their readiness to doubt. A seeker after truth, therefore, inevitably questions ingrained traditions." Ego thoughts. All the early workbook lessons in the course are about watching our thoughts or the process of thinking. We learn, among other things, that nothing we see means anything, that we have given everything we see all the meaning it has, that our thoughts mean nothing, and that our minds are preoccupied with past thoughts, which are merely images we have made. A quote from the text, chapter 14, Clear Reflection. Earth can reflect heaven or hell, God or the ego. You need but leave the mirror clean and clear of all the images of hidden darkness you have drawn upon it. God will shine upon it of himself. Only the clear reflection of himself can be perceived upon it. And again, that's from text chapter 14. Lesson 10 of the course tells us that our thoughts mean nothing because they are not our real thoughts. Our real thoughts are of a much deeper nature, having nothing to do with the surface realities and the soap opera stories that tie our minds into knots, inevitably blocking true perception. Thoughts of peace are examples of our real thoughts. In lesson 45, we read, God is the mind in which I think. Our real thoughts are those we think in alignment with the mind of God. All else is illusion. Albert Einstein hinted at this truth in a letter to the Royal Society of London, in which he says, anyone who finds a thought which brings him closer to nature's eternal secrets partakes of a great grace. The thoughts of the ego are not loving, therefore they are not real. Much of our thinking is projective and often condemnatory. For this reason, it is a good idea not to get involved in political squabbles and ideological differences, because these are but surface realities. As Einstein said, politics is for the present. I'm interested in eternity. In lesson 47 of the course, we are asked to let go all the trivial things that churn and bubble on the surface of your mind and reach down and below them to the kingdom of heaven. That's from workbook lesson 47. What is called for is thus a complete reversal in thinking. We must first put a stop to projective thinking, which is in alignment with the ego. This opens the door to a new way of thinking in which forgiveness shines on everything. Mysticism entails reaching back to heaven through our polluted thoughts to the thoughts of God and to a remembrance of heaven. How do we reach back to heaven? First, we must begin to distinguish between our ego's reactionary thoughts and our real thoughts. For example, if you ever say that you don't like someone, you can be sure it's because of your surface reading of them. There is depth in every soul, and if we are willing to look more deeply, we can see it. Someone who is thin-skinned is easily insulted and unable to deal with criticism. In such an individual, the ego is so dominant they cannot know the unfathomable truth buried deep within. They cannot know that God is the only mind in which we can think and be whole and happy. The Course helps us remove the blocks to an awareness of love's presence. The ego lives on the surface, caught in make-believe. So it is the thoughts we think are not. So it is that the thoughts we think are not our real thoughts, because they come from the ego. But you are not an ego. Excuse me. Real thoughts. As we can begin to see, there are many reasons to dislodge our ego thoughts so that we can experience our real thoughts. In a mystical experience, these surface thoughts are relinquished because we are forced to let go. This may happen in a near-death experience, during meditation, or by going through a process like that of the Course. And there are, as we have seen, other ways as well. Sometimes this experience happens for no readily explainable reason. Thoreau found such thoughts in solitude, writing, "I never found a companion so companionable as solitude." Well, if they're writing, I find that interesting, because to me, when I'm writing, I'm not solitude. I'm not by myself, because I feel like I've tapped into that source. So I guess I am myself, the one self. Okay, workbook lesson 155. Now you see it. The world is an illusion. Those who choose to come to it are seeking for a place where they can be illusions and avoid their own reality. Yet when they find their own reality is even here, then they step back and let it lead the way. What other choice is really theirs to make? To let illusions walk ahead of truth is madness. But to let illusions sink behind the truth and let the truth stand forth as what it is merely sanity. That's beautiful. Yeah, step back and lead the way. And that makes me think of Netta's song, Lead the Way. That's a great song. It's like a prayer, really, for me. And they're based on her first album, Netta Boyne, was based on the workbook lessons and actually have lines from the lessons in the song. So it's quite a beautiful way to match your workbook lessons, is Netta's album. She's got a second album out too. And those are just as great. Thinking that we know is a major obstacle to the awareness of love's presence. Yeah. When I think I know something and I'm right about something, I can be sure I'm in my ego. That's for darn sure. First, we must be done with our dreaming of the world. Power plays, rules, laws, dogma, creeds, doctrine, canyons, and systems of belief all stand as blocks to an awareness of love's presence. Skeptics question traditional, commonly accepted ideas and social norms that serve a ritualistic and or habituated pattern. Oh, it's 12:01 already. I just looked. Okay, so I'll just finish this paragraph. Healthy skepticism is essential in the face of the incredulous. All mythologies are just that, mythologies. Our stories are not realities. And isn't that a relief that the stories playing in the mind are not the reality? And hello, Koopy, thanks for staying away. So that's my read for today. And I wish you all to wake up and have a good day, because today is going to be a good day. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Audsie. I love you, sweetie. And we'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't know. But when we do, or maybe you'll be here tonight for a deep dive, which we're going into the psychotherapy pamphlets, so it'll be fun. All right. I love you guys. Bye.